All right, hey everyone, welcome back to Tech Talk Central. We've got a really awesome deep dive lined up today. Are you ready for this one?
Absolutely. It's going to be epic. Two big names in home theater audio going head to head. Should be fun.
Yeah, so today we are talking high-end soundbars, the kind that can really transform your living room into a full-on home theater experience. And we're going to be digging specifically into two models that are generating a lot of buzz.
Buzz is right. We're looking at the JBL Bar 1300X and the LG S95TR. Both are premium soundbars packed with features and promising that immersive cinematic audio that so many people are after these days.
And you know what we're going to do? We're going to cut through the marketing hype and get right down to the nitty-gritty.
Exactly. We've gone through their Amazon product pages, looked at the tech specs, and even waded through tons of customer reviews to get a real sense of how these soundbars perform in the real world.
And the goal here is to help you decide which one of these soundbars might be the perfect fit for your setup and your budget,
Yeah.
because let's face it, these are both serious investments.
For sure. So let's make sure you invest wisely. All right, should we kick things off with the JBL Bar 1300X?
Let's do it. So right off the bat, the 1300X packs a punch with its 11.1.4 channel configuration.
Okay, so break that down for us. What does 11.1.4 even mean for someone who's not a total audio geek?
Basically, those numbers tell you how many individual speakers the system has. And more importantly, how those speakers are arranged to create that surround sound experience.
Got it. So more channels generally mean a more immersive sound.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And that point 4 in 11.1.4, that's the magic number for Dolby Atmos and DTS techs. Those are those fancy audio formats that make sound come from above you. It's like having speakers in your ceiling.
Okay, so that's where those four upfiring speakers come in. They're bouncing the sound off your ceiling to create that overhead effect. Pretty cool.
Totally. And two of those upfiring speakers are actually in the detachable surround speakers. You can actually pop those speakers off the main soundbar and place them behind you.
Wait a minute, they're detachable, so you don't need to run wires to the back of your room.
Nope, they're completely wireless. They run on batteries. So you can literally just pick them up, move them around, and place them wherever you want for the best surround sound experience.
That is awesome. No more tripping over speaker wires. So how long do the batteries last? Before you have to plug them back in.
Yeah, one customer review mentioned getting about 12 hours of use on a single charge.
12 hours. That's pretty decent. Enough for a good movie marathon.
Yeah.
But then you have to remember to dock them back on the soundbar to recharge. It's like having another gadget to keep charged up.
Right. But they magnetically attach to the main bar for charging, so it's pretty easy. And you can actually use those detachable speakers as standalone Bluetooth speakers, too.
Oh, wow. That's actually super versatile. Take the party outside. All right, so we've got all these speakers, but how much power are we talking about here? Like, can this thing really crank?
Oh, yeah. The 1300X pumps out a massive 1,170 watts of total power, and it comes with a 12-inch wireless subwoofer. That's a big boy.
12 inches. Okay, we're not messing around here. That's serious subwoofer territory.
You know what that means. Deep, room-shaking bass that you can really feel. You know those explosions in action movies or the thumping bass in electronic music? This thing's going to deliver that with authority.
I bet. So lots of power, immersive sound. But what about connectivity? Can you stream music to it easily?
Oh, absolutely. It's got Wi-Fi built in, so you can access a ton of online music services like Spotify, Apple Music, and Pandora directly. And it's compatible with AirPlay, Alexa multi-room music, and Chromecast. Basically, whatever your ecosystem is, this thing's got you covered.
That's what I like to hear. No need to switch devices or mess around with Bluetooth every time you want to listen to something different. And you know what's a nice bonus? It supports automatic software updates.
Yeah, that's huge. It means the soundbar will basically stay up to date with the latest features and bug fixes without you having to lift a finger.
That's great. I hate having to manually update things.
Hmm.
Okay, so let's get back to the audio technologies. We talked about Dolby Atmos and DTS.X, but I noticed it also mentions something called multi-beam surround sound. What's that all about?
That's JBL's own technology for creating a wider, more enveloping soundstage. Basically, it uses some clever tricks to bounce sound off your walls, kind of tricking your ears into thinking there are more speakers around you.
Interesting. So it's not just relying on the physical placement of the speakers, it's using the room itself to create a more immersive experience.
Exactly. And speaking of experience, let's see what actual users are saying about the JBL Bar 1300X.
Yeah, let's get real. What's the consensus out there in the wild?
Well, a lot of the feedback is super positive. People rave about how easy it is to set up and use. They say the JBL app is really helpful, and they love the immersive surround sound effects.
I bet. That's what you're really paying for with a soundbar like this, that cinematic feeling at home.
For sure. And people are also praising the audio quality in general, saying it's crisp, clear, and well balanced. And of course, that powerful bass from the 12-inch subwoofer is a big hit.
As expected. But there've got to be some downsides, right?
Hmm.
Nothing's perfect.
True. So some users did mention some issues. There are mixed opinions on the overall sound quality, with some finding it a bit too bright or harsh at times.
Interesting. So maybe not as balanced as some people would prefer.
Right. And a few people had issues with the sound cutting out unexpectedly.
Oh no, that's a big problem. Especially if it happens during a crucial movie scene.
Yeah, definitely not ideal. And while a lot of people love that powerful bass, some did comment on the sheer size and weight of the subwoofer. It's definitely not compact.
Fair enough. If you have a smaller living room, that big subwoofer might be a bit overwhelming.
And then there's the price. The JBL Bar 1300X is listed at $1,299.95 on Amazon.
Oof, yeah, that's a significant investment.
So it's definitely a premium soundbar with a premium price tag. Okay, so that's the JBL Bar 1300X, a powerful and immersive system with some potential drawbacks to consider. Now, how about we switch gears and check out the LG S95TR?
Sounds good. Let's see how it stacks up.
All right, so the LG S95TR comes in with a 9.1.5 channel configuration.
9.1.5. That's a bit different from the JBL's 11.1.4. What's the story there?
So it has fewer total channels than the JBL, but it still has a good amount. And LG is making a big deal about their upfiring speakers. Remember the 0.5 and 9.1.5.
Right, that's the number of upfiring speakers. So the LG actually has one more upfiring speaker than the JBL.
Exactly. And they have this really interesting feature they call an industry-exclusive upfiring center channel.
An upfiring center channel. That's a new one. What's the purpose of that?
Well, it's all about dialogue clarity. You know how sometimes in movies it can be hard to hear what the actors are saying, especially if there's a lot of background noise or music?
Oh yeah, for sure. That could be super frustrating.
So this upfiring center channel is supposed to beam the dialogue directly at you, making it much clearer and easier to understand.
That's a clever idea. Especially if you watch a lot of movies or shows with lots of dialogue.
Absolutely. Now, like the LG also has wireless rear speakers, but there's a key difference here. They're wireless for the audio signal, but they still need to be plugged into a power outlet.
Ah, so not truly wireless like the JBL's detachable speakers.
Right. You'll still have to run power cords to the back of your room for these.
That's a trade-off. More convenient placement than traditional wired speakers, but not as flexible as the JBL.
And in terms of power, the LG is rated at 810 watts total output, which is less than the JBL's 1170 watts.
Okay, so potentially not as loud overall.
Yeah, it's possible. And the subwoofer here is an 8-inch driver compared to the JBL's 12-inch.
Smaller subwoofer, so we might be looking at less bass impact here.
Yeah, it's possible, but LG could be doing some clever things with its audio processing to make up for that difference in size.
True. Size isn't everything. It's about how you use it. So what about all those fancy smart features and connectivity options? Is the LG as well equipped as the JBL in that department?
Oh yeah, LG definitely hasn't skimped on the smart features. It's got this cool thing called WOW Orchestra, which can actually combine the sound from the soundbar with the speakers in your LG TV if you have one.
Wait a minute, so it uses your TV speakers as part of the sound system.
Yep.
The idea is to create an even wider and more immersive soundstage.
That's pretty innovative. It turns your whole TV into a giant speaker.
And they have this other feature called WOW Interface, which lets you control the soundbar using your LG TV remote.
Okay, so super convenient if you're already in the LG ecosystem. You don't need a separate remote for the soundbar.
Exactly. And it's got WOWcast built in, which means you can wirelessly stream Dolby Atmos and DTS:X content to the soundbar. Plus, it supports all the major voice assistants, Google Assistant, Alexa, and it works with Chromecast and AirPlay too.
It sounds like they've really thought of everything in terms of connectivity. You can pretty much stream from any device you want, and I'm sure it plays music directly from online services too, right?
Oh yeah, it's got Wi-Fi built in, so you can access all your favorite music streaming platforms. It's pretty much a complete home audio hub.
Nice. Okay, so besides Dolby Atmos and DTS::X, are there any other interesting audio technologies in this LG soundbar?
Yeah, it features something called immersive 3D spatial sound, which is LG's own way of creating that virtual dome of audio around you. Kind of like JBL's multibeam.
Exactly. Both companies are using different techniques to achieve that same goal of making you feel truly surrounded by sound. And the LG also has AI Room Calibration Pro.
Oh, what's that all about?
It's pretty cool, actually. It basically uses microphones to analyze your room's acoustics and then automatically adjusts the soundbars settings to optimize the sound for your specific space.
Oh, wow. So it's kind of like a personalized sound tuning based on your room's shape, size, and even the furniture you have.
Yep. So theoretically, it should sound amazing no matter what kind of room you have.
I like that. And it has that gaming support we talked about earlier, right? VRR and ALM.
Yeah, so for gamers out there, the LG S95TR is going to give you that smooth, lag-free experience with compatible TVs.
Perfect for those fast-paced action games. All right, so on paper, the LG looks pretty impressive. But what are real users saying about it?
So overall, the feedback is quite positive. People are praising the easy setup, especially if you have an LG TV. They love how seamlessly it integrates into the LG ecosystem.
Makes sense. It's like they're designed to work together perfectly.
And a lot of users are really impressed with the AI Room Calibration Pro. They say it makes a noticeable difference in the sound quality.
So that AI stuff is actually working. That's good to hear.
Yeah, it's not just a marketing gimmick. And of course, people are loving that immersive Dolby Atmos experience, saying it creates a really convincing 3D sound stage.
It sounds like it's living up to the hype. But I bet there are some downsides too, right?
Yeah, unfortunately, there are a few issues that people have mentioned. Some users found that voices could sound a bit washed out or muffled at times.
Really? That's surprising considering they have that dedicated up-firing center channel for dialogue clarity.
I know, right? It seems like it might be a processing issue, or maybe the tuning isn't quite right. And some people reported hearing noise coming from the subwoofer even when there was no audio playing.
Oh, that's not good. That could be a sign of a quality control problem or a design flaw.
And there were some complaints about connectivity issues and mixed opinions on the LG ThinkU app, which you need to use to adjust the sound settings.
App issues are always a pain. Hopefully LG can iron those out with updates.
Yeah, fingers crossed. Oh, and one other thing, one reviewer pointed out that there's no HDMI audio pass-through. You can only connect the soundbar to your TV wirelessly for audio.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's kind of limiting. What if you have a device that doesn't support wireless audio and you want to run it through the soundbar?
You'd be out of luck. And finally, the LG S95TR is listed on Amazon for $1,396.99.
So it's actually a bit more expensive than the JBL.
Yep, it's definitely a premium soundbar with a premium price. Absolutely. So to sum it all up, if you're looking for ultimate wireless freedom with detachable surround speakers and you want that potential for really powerful bass, the JBL Bar 1300X could be the way to go.
But if you're an LG TV owner and you want that tight integration with all those cool WOW features and you value that AI-powered room calibration, the LG S95TR might be a better fit.
Ultimately, the best choice depends on your specific needs, your priorities, and your budget.
Think about the size of your room, the types of content you watch, and the devices you want to connect.
And don't forget to check out the links in the description below for the latest prices and deals on both of these soundbars.
And if you enjoyed this deep dive, please hit that subscribe button and join the Tech Talk Central community for more in-depth tech discussions.
We'll catch you in the next one.